You've seen the amazing food that Arden makes. We love it here. One thing you haven't seen yet is how we clean it. So today I'm going to show you how we do that. This Arden's been through a lot of cooks, most recently a brisket, and so it is a mess right now. And I'm going to show you how we're going to clean it, and we're going to start with how we clean out the extinguished pellets. Remove the tray. Here's our water. We're going to go to the sink, and I'm going to show you kind of what we do to strain out the pellets as we empty the water and then dispose of the pellets. What you don't want to do is wash pellets down the drain because that'll lead to a plumbing problem. That's no good. So you want to strain out the pellets as you empty the water. You can use something like a paper towel, or if you have one of these little sink strainers, you can get them at the dollar store. You can use that. This is the easiest method actually. So I will just dump the water. You can use a paper towel to catch any loose pellets that might fall. So now we've got our spent pellets and our little strainer. I'm just going to empty those in the garbage can. Make sure you don't do this with hot pellets. Problem solved. So now we're going to get to the inside. We've designed this to be as cleanable as we could possibly make it. And first thing that we did was make everything removable. So I've got my drip pan. It's got my grease drippings from the brisket. I'm going to take that out, set that down carefully. I'm going to take my racks out. Side racks, we call them ladder racks actually. These are removable. You just sort of pinch this top, second to top bar, push it down, it'll flex and come right out. So now we've got the empty cavity. Here's what's really cool. We designed the heating element and this little heat shield to be rotatable. So I can rotate this up and clean this cavity out. I'm just gonna use some soapy water to do that. Pretty simple. And you can get as detailed as you want. I mean, I don't think you need to go all out. It's seasoning, right? So, you know, just knock off the loose stuff. You can wipe the walls down. One very important thing, in the back, you'll see this do not spray and there's vents back there. We really don't want to get harsh chemicals into these vents because we don't want to damage the internal components. And in general, don't use harsh cleaners. Use soapy water. Took the racks out. We're going to walk these over to the dishwasher. Everything that comes in out of Arden is dishwasher safe. Something cool that I've learned with this grease is to get it to solidify, I can put a few ice cubes in it and that'll harden up, and then I can just scrape it right out into the garbage can. I can dump the water off in the sink and you won't get the grease because it's solidified. And then I can just scrape the grease off into garbage can and throw this in the dishwasher. Another thing that we found works really well, and you get these with cooktops, you know, in your kitchen, is glass cooktop cleaner. This is Ceramibrite. It does really great at cleaning off the glass. So it's a very mild abrasive. So I can take this, wipe it on the glass. You can see it just really cleaning it up. This is multiple smoke cycles, by the way. So if you stay on top of it, it shouldn't get too bad. And then one other thing you want to hit, I'm going to add a little more, is the light. There's a light up here. You notice it's kind of dim in there. That's because the light also gets a little bit of creosote buildup. Just give this a couple minutes to dry. I'm gonna go ahead and hit it. Not a huge deal, but you'll notice it just sort of wipes right off. I'm gonna wipe off the light. This light cover is actually removable, but I don't bother with it. I just wipe it off with a little bit of cleaner. The other thing that we wanna clean out is we've got our smoke inlet on the side of the cavity. Pellets and creosote, like dust and stuff, will build up on the little ramp that's in there. So not in this prototype version of the product, but in the product you're gonna have, there will be a little access door. So you can just sort of lift this off and then use a brush, and you'll just sort of insert this in there, clean off that ramp, push pellets down into this waste tray, and then empty those. Very simple. As with anything, you can make this as detailed and as long and drawn out as you want to. This is good enough for me. This is what I consider to be a clean smoker, and it's gonna continue to cook great from here. And you stay on top of it, it won't get really, really nasty and much harder to clean up. A couple other tips, make sure the unit's cool before you do any of this cleaning. You do not want to mess with a warm or hot unit. You can get burned, stay away from that. Also, before you move the unit, always make sure that this waste tray is empty, that there's no water in it. I can't tell you how many times I've moved this around the shop as we're testing things out and forgot to empty that and it spills on me, so pro tip. That's it for cleaning. Let us know in the comments what else you want to see, what other pro tips, recipes, types of food, any other things you want to know about Arden. We'd love to hear them, and maybe we'll shoot a video on it. Thanks.